Good evening, everyone, to another Super Sunday where we are here for Dressing Room Ki Baatein. Today is episode number 18, and as we have done over all these episodes, our endeavor here at the All India Cricket Association for the Physically Challenged is to invite an India cricketer and to get to know the journey that he has had through his career and after his career as well. And similarly, today, to carry out that intention and to carry on our objective of having these international cricketers share their journey and certain bits of information from Dressing Room Ki Baatein, we have another former India cricketer, a former India captain, played for India in 43 test matches, 146 one-day internationals, over 6,000 international runs, over 7,000 runs in first-class cricket. And once again, as we have seen, it is going to be a pleasure to talk to this cricketer, former India captain, former chairman of selectors, and a gentleman in himself. Let's welcome Mr. Krishnamachari Shrikant, lovingly called Chika. Chika sir, good evening and welcome to Dressing Room Ki Baatein.
Oh, namaskar. Well, very happy to be a part of this All India Association of Physically Challenged Association. Kyunki I think it is our duty as former cricketers or present cricketers or even future cricketers to take part in such events. I see Mrs. Wadekar, Rekha Wadekar, who's there. Namaskaram ji, namaskaram. How are you, Rekha?
Namaskar.
Good to see you there. And I saw Mr. Wadekar's daughter, Kashmir, also there. Hi, Kashmira. Good evening to you. And of course, Saurabh Salvi, I think, who's the person who got in touch with me. And I believe he's a physically challenged person himself. That's what I understand. Yeah. And I have a special connection with physically challenged. You want me to talk in English or Hindi, English?
Yeah,
English?
a mix of both is okay, Chika sir. Mix of both.
Because मेरा हिंदी तो इतना अच्छा नहीं साला मद्रासी हूँ मैं ठीक है फिर भी थोड़ा हिंदी सीख लिया थोड़ा क्रिकेट इंडिया खेल के इंडिया भी क्रिकेट भी थोड़ा हिंदी भी सीख लिया so I think I very recently in the March of I think you remember the date March 5th of just before the COVID in our family we had arranged because we'd have a small group of people who are the physically challenged just across near my house so we conducted a sports event for the physically challenged people. And I could understand enthusiasm, no? I think I can share the pictures. I have about 100 pictures and videos there. If possible, I'll share it with Salvi or something like that. Or I'll ask my office guys to do it tomorrow. Because you should see the kind of enthusiasm. The children from the age group of, they have a polio problem. They have multiple problems, you understood. And mentally challenged, physically challenged, every way. And when you see those children happy, see what is greatness about this sport is whether it's cricket or I call it sport. Cricket is a sport end of the day. Is what gives maximum happiness to a person is sport. Sport is one thing that unites people. Sport is one thing that gives happiness to people. And in India, the major main sport, as you know, is cricket. Okay, alag baat hai. But so I'm very happy to be a part of this program. And thank you very much, Rekha, for inviting me. Thank you very much, Saurabh, for inviting me, Kashmira and Prasanna. And of course, there's a coordinator from Chennai, Napoleon, who's also invited me. I'd like to thank all of you to be a part of this one. But most importantly, I'd like to thank the former Indian colleague, cricketer of mine, a friend of mine, Karsan Gowri, who was the one who called me personally, said, Sika, I want you to be a part of the show. I said, okay, done.
Oh, so nice of you, Chika sir. It's always a pleasure to meet you at the Star Sports office where you're always full of energy. I remember you talking to us as young commentators, sharing your experience, and it's a wonderful medium always to interact with you. But, as times have changed today, it's an online interaction that we are having. Chika sir, in this episode, in Dressing Room Ki Baatein, our endeavor is where international cricketers, top cricketers like you share their journey. So it inspires the physically challenged cricketers as well. So Chika sir, if you could share with us, how did you start? Where was the first time you took a bat in hand or thought, okay, maybe I can become a cricketer? Could you share that era of your childhood?
See, it is just like anybody. You ask Mr. Wadekar, of course, late Mr. Wadekar, you ask Rekha, she'll tell you how Wadekar, former captain, who was the first person to win the 1971 tour of West Indies and England, a winning captain. So everybody starts cricket or any sport just like anybody else, any child who does. I mean, in the living room, hall, outside, road, wherever you want, and you break a few glasses, either the glass todke पापा के गार्ड मार के ये hit you and say क्या हो गया? Next house auntie will come, hey, क्यों hit मारा रे? हमारा gas छोड़ दिया ऐसा करके. No, you will get your next house auntie will keep shouting at you. The ball will go to next house. You start with the rubber ball, then you start with the tennis ball. I remember the good old days. आपको लोग मालूम नहीं ना? वो साइकिल ट्यूब है ना? साइकिल ट्यूब. एक पेपर आप ट्राई करा दो आज. ओल्ड साइकिल ट्यूब है तो एक पेपर में रैप करा दो. साइकिल ट्यूब स्मॉल कट करो. And you make it into a ball. You can make a cricket ball out of you can make a ball. You can call it a cricket ball, anything you want, with old cycle tubes. I remember playing cricket with cycle tube. The ball, you don't know which way it will go. When it bounces, it might bounce high, it might go this way, it might go this way. So I also started just like any other. I come from a typical middle-income family. Like any other middle-income family cricketer, I also started for fun. मैं कभी नहीं सोचा मैं इंडिया खेलेगा. मैं कभी नहीं सोचा मैं तमिलनाडु को खेलेगा, साउथ जोन खेलेगा, इंडिया खेलेगा. कभी नहीं सोचा इंडिया को कैप्टन करेगा. कभी नहीं सोचा वर्ल्ड कप जीतेगा. इधर है वर्ल्ड कप का. दिस इज द वर्ल्ड कप दैट वी वन रेप्लिका 1983 वर्ल्ड कप. सो कभी नहीं ऐसा नहीं सोचा. ये जस्ट मजा के लिए खेला.
अभी आप बता रहे थे चिका सर कि मजाक के लिए खेला, कि कभी तब सोचा नहीं था इंडिया के लिए खेलेंगे. बट एन इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियर then made a debut for Tamil Nadu. How was that experience at the Ranji Trophy level? First experience of real top competitive cricket.
See, आप लोग सब लोग dear viewers, आपका मालूम होना चाहिए. When you come from a typical, I'm sure anywhere in the middle income setup across India, if you see, our first thing the parents will say is, hey, studies. You'll have to do well in studies. आप अच्छा पढ़ना चाहिए. You have to study well. You will have to get into engineering. And those days, when I was studying, I completed my engineering in 1981. So basically, I joined college in 1975. I had a pre-university, I think, which is now the education policy will come up to. I had school 11 plus 1 year of pre-university, then 5 years of engineering. So the typical was good marks, and my father was an engineer. We come from a typical Tamil, middle income group where the focus is studies. So my father was a good student. He was an engineer. My grandfather was a lawyer. There are only 4 options: either engineering, doctor, lawyer, or a chartered accountant. So there are only 4 choices. आपको है उस time में only 4 choices. अभी बहुत है, MBA है, ये है, computer application, वो बहुत है options है. So I had to be good in studies. So my first focus was always studies. Sports was my passion. I was good in all sports in my school. I played for volleyball for my school. I played football for my school. I played basketball for my school, athletics for my school. And so I think cricket was one special game. Maybe I used to play tennis very well. So it's just that I would say God's grace, nothing else.
Oh, so wonderful to listen to you, as always, Chika sir, with a smile on your face, just sharing that experience and that journey. So, going ahead, you said you did your electrical engineering in 1981, the Ranji Trophy debut happened, runs happened. But 1981 was a very special year for you, because in the month of November, there was a test debut, followed by the ODI debut as well. I mean, the two followed one behind the other. How was that experience? As you said, growing up in that family with education as a background, playing for India.
To become a cricketer, the truth is, since Rekha is there, I can tell proudly. I remember the team won the 1971 tour, correct?
Correct. Yes, correct.
Sunil Gavaskar came to play in the Buchibabu tournament in Madras. The Buchibabu tournament even now goes on.
Yeah.
And that time he was in Andhra's ACC, Associated Cement Company, and Karsan Gavri was also a part of the same team.
Yeah.
So they were playing it. So how do you get interested, especially if there are young viewers who are watching this? The interest comes from going and watching these stars, superstars play.
True.
I remember I was in 7th standard that time. And I had gone to the ground, Loyola College ground, and watched the Sunil Gavaskar. Hey, who's the Sunil Gavaskar? 774 runs on team, Karsan Gavri. So you had to go to, and the entire thing was a mela there. It was India, it was the India Cements, Jolly Rovers was associate ACC. And that is the first time you see all these big cricketers. Then I remember going to a Duleep Trophy match sometime in 72. Ajit Wadekar was leading the West Zone. That time, their West Zone were all the top cricketers. West Zone was ruling India. I mean, Bombay cricket was ruling India. West Zone captain was Ajit Wadekar. Farooq Engineer was there. I remember taking an autograph from Farooq Engineer in my 9th standard. And I'm taking autograph from Ajit Wadekar. Venkatraghavan, I've taken autographs. Gunnappa Vishwanath, I've taken autographs. I've taken autographs from Vishwanath, with whom I played later. So your interest, youngsters, is that you first start from that level. You go down to that level, respect cricketers, meet them, learn from them, take their autograph, pao padao, kuch bhi karo. Then only you start learning. That is how you start becoming interested in cricket. Otherwise, you cannot become a cricketer unless you go watch a real cricket.
Exactly. Yeah.
Learn from those cricketers. Then only you know, hey, one day I want to be like a Wadekar. One day I want to be like an engineer. One day I want to be like a Gavaskar. Whatever you want to be. That thing starts from, so the actual age of, what should I say, a real, what should I call this, is the 1972. That was when I was about 8th and 9th standard.
So these memories had a wonderful effect, such a positive impact on you as a person and as a cricketer.
That the same effect will have for everybody, all the viewers here. It is the same thing. Now going and meeting Virat Kohli or meeting a Dhoni and taking his autograph or a photograph, going and watching him play somewhere and then talking to him or just looking at him, you say, Venkatraghavan, Wadekar, Gavaskar. That is how I was. I never knew I would one day open along with Gavaskar. I never knew one day I will talk to, hey, Ajit. I could speak to him like that. First you call him sir. First you call him Ajit Wadekar, sir. Ajit, hello, sir. Then you say Ajit. Then you say Sunil Gavaskar, sir. I say Sunny. Then you say Gunnappa Vishwanath, say, hi, Vishi. Venkatraghavan, sir. Then you say Venki. So it slowly evolves. And your dreams also evolve slowly. At 9th standard, my dream was still becoming an engineer. But cricket was my passion. Cricket was just a passion. Sports was my passion. Cricket was a particular passion.
Now,
one good thing is I never went to any coaching academy.
So that was where the natural instincts came in. But how was that experience? Debut at the Wankhede Stadium in Test cricket, opening along with Sunil Gavaskar. If you could share those memories of that era in 1981, if you could share that with our cricketers, how was it opening with Sunil Gavaskar, playing at the Wankhede Stadium, making your debut for India?
See, I was obviously, as any person, when you make your debut, you're nervous. Any debut in any life, you're nervous. Whether you're in front of a camera, whether you're acting, whether you're playing, whether it's cricket, that nervous is there. So I was very nervous. I got out for a 0. I don't know which side the pavilion was also. And then second innings, I got out like in a very, very stupid manner, staying outside the crease and got run out also. So my debut was a very horrible debut. But then the second test match, I got a 65. So I was slightly okay.
Oh, yes. So that 1981 happened, runs happened. And then we come to the next part, where you showed us that replica of the World Cup. 1983, such a special year. We can also see on your T-shirt, we can see Mr. Kapil Dev's action there.
Yeah, this T-shirt is given by Kapil Dev. That his
so
brand
Chika sir,
of
we want you to share in your own words, that memorable time that you had in that 1983 World Cup. Our cricketers would want to lose, because our cricket team, the Indian cricket team, is also the champions in physical disability cricket. They are the world champions. So they would like to know from another world champion how and what it was, the 1983 World Cup win.
See, the feeling is, I tell you what, honestly speaking, when nobody expects anything to do well, you have seen now the 1983 movie is also going to come up. It is already produced. It cannot be released because of this COVID-19. And now I guess they're going to planning to release it in in February, December, I guess. So I think basically that whole thing was unbelievable. It's a dream. Even now, sometimes I have to pinch myself and say, are you a part of the 1983 World Cup team? And then I think we had a dynamic leader in Kapil Dev who led us from the front. And we had a fantastic team. We had a lot of all-rounders, which is very important. I mean, you ask a team that won the physically challenged team that won the World Cup. You ask the captain, why did they win? Because they must have played as a team. Cricket is one thing, dear viewers, it teaches you teamwork. Unless you play as a team, you cannot win anything. Individually, you can be great cricketers, but collectively, unless you perform, you cannot win. So the 1983 World Cup was a clear meaning for what is teamwork.
Oh, yes, so wonderfully put, where everybody comes together and collectively there's that performance. Also, would like to ask you, Achika, sir, that the World Cup final, any dressing room ki batein that you can share with our cricketers, and you were the top scorer for India with a real good knock of 38 on a pitch that had grass and top class fast bowlers, West Indies fast bowlers running in at you, but you scored that 38 run knock, the highest score for the Indian team. And anything that you can share of that particular final before going to the final, what was the discussion happening? And then India did well, won the World Cup, and then the story after that.
See, frankly speaking, we never expected going to the final itself was a big thing for us. The wicket was very, very green, and the ball was going zoom, zoom, ball going. Gardner bowling from such a ball was bouncing and all. So Gavaskar got out early. Then I said, "ठीक है यार, मैं कुछ नहीं करेगा, जाके मेरा गेम खेलेगा, कुछ भी आड़ा टेढ़ा खेलो, कुछ भी करो, रन्स आना चाहिए, खत्म ना." Yeah, end of the day, कैसे कर रहे, क्या कर रहे, मेरे को कोई problem नहीं. So I said, "I'll go for it." Jimmy said, "You go for it." That's all. The only play, one with two is that. Then even after 183, I mean, dressing room में क्या हो गया? ठीक है यार, कपिल साहब बोला, ठीक है यार, 130, 183 all out हो गया. हम लोग आसान मत छोड़ दो. Let's not give it up easily. Let's try and make it as difficult as possible for them to score that 183. Then, the rest is history. How that Gordon Greenwich wicket fell, then you start suddenly, the one by one, you start taking wickets. And suddenly, you don't realize, even now, it's about 37 years, when you look back and say, hey, man, you have been a world champion team, and that is history. Now, the greatest thing that 83 World Cup did for not just Indian cricket, not just for Indian cricketers, for the Indians across the world is this. See, the 83 World Cup win was a landmark win for country India, for Indians.
True.
That day, you could walk on the street on London and say, or across the world, anywhere, whether you're in USA or England or Europe or Australia or India or Africa, anywhere, you could go out and say, man, we are the world champions. See, that feeling of our country becoming the world champion is very, very important. And that is what the 83 World Cup did. That was one era, that is one stage in life where Indians kept on moving up, going up and up. Then we had about the 2007 2020 World Cup. Then we had the 2011 World Cup. So every time when India wins in any big tournament, that is the feeling you get. The Indianness, the Indians across the world become very, very proud. You made Indians proud. Whenever India does well, you and I as Indians are all proud. That's all. See,
oh, yes, absolutely.
If you see the movie Mangal Mission,
yes.
Very recent movie. I mean, imagine, with such a short budget, you could just, even in fact, that movie also, Akshay Kumar talks about the 83 World Cup team, correct? Like motivationally. So correct. When India said we can go to Mars, landed in Mars, the first attempt, what an achievement. So that is the feeling that we are in 1983. It is a feeling that can be only experienced, it cannot be expressed.
So well said.
You ask Rekha Vadekar, Mrs. Vadekar is sitting, is there the show there? How was the feeling at 1971 win when we went to West Indies? You ask her. It changed. That is the first change for India. That outside India can win a series. Outside India can beat West Indies. Outside India can win England. 1971. So that was the first level change of Indian cricket. Next level change was 83 World Cup. Then every time Sachin Tendulkar, Kapil Dev, Gavaskar, then you had 2007 T20 World Cup. Then you would have Kohli, Dhoni, Kohli, Lalit. So then the superstars happen and the cricket goes. And Indians across the world. Now today, India rules world cricket.
True.
Ask her, Rekha, how did you feel when you won the 1971 World Cup, 1971 tour?
I think we'll connect to her, Chika. So we'll connect to her and we'll
Okay.
have her in the chat. Chika, so one thing that I wanted to ask, when you were saying about how it was a landmark event, it changed. Any personal moments or memories that you could share? How life changed for you after that World Cup, when became a household name? Anything that you could share that Krishnamachari Srikanth, everybody started to know. I mean, it was a win that was a landmark win. But anything that you can share, how life changed for you as a person and as a cricketer, Chika sir?
See, frankly speaking, yes. Initially it changed a lot. We went on to meet everybody, the president, the prime minister, then the prime minister, then the president, chief ministers. It was what do you call? We had a festival time for the next one or 2 months. But then, cricket-wise, my cricket started sliding.
Oh.
I was by 84 March. I was by 83 saying very surprisingly my cricket dipped. My form in cricket dipped, and I was out of the Indian team by 84 March. So I had to fight my way back by October 84 to get back in the Indian team. But the experience is that, it changed everything. As you said rightly, Prasanna and dear viewers, is even today people talk about 83 World Cup. What happens is when the first big achievement happens in anything in life, whether it's an invention or a creation or some big thing, creating done, that is remembered ever for you in your life. Because India's first World Cup win was 1983. It gave belief to the people that Indians can win anything, anytime. And that is how the disabled, physically challenged people were able to win the World Cup. Now, we literally were, now even asked, I had gone as a chief guest for one of the, cricket association for blind. I believe India is the World Cup champion of the blind cricket tournament also, right? Am I right?
Yes.
World champion.
Yes.
So that inspires people. 83 World Cup is more of an inspirational story for all of us. I mean, you ask anybody who's watching this program now, they will find it an inspiration. So when you see those matches, I mean, everything is an inspiration. When you see Virat Kohli breaking records, it's an inspiration. When you see Sachin Tendulkar breaking records, inspiration. When you see Dhoni lifting the World Cup, inspiration. So it inspires people. Gavaskar, inspiration. Kapil Dev, greatest inspiration in my opinion. Earlier than that, Vadekar, inspiration. That's what I'm trying to say. These are the inspiring people.
Oh, yes. So nice to listen to these anecdotes, Chika. So, when you're talking about inspiration, I'm sure this is going to inspire our physically challenged cricketers as well to do well, because they are world champions and now they have a responsibility to perform even better the next time around. Same thing happened with the Indian team. 83, India were the world champions. Then another world championship came in 1985, the Benson Hedges World Championship, which India won. Chika, so we can see a smile on your face. It was colored clothing, white ball. If you could share that experience with us, the 1983 World Cup, yes, landmark event, but India followed it up really well. You made a comeback, as you said, 1985 Benson Hedges World Championship.
See, that's what. See, what happened is everybody thought 83 World Cup was a fluke. I mean, everybody, even we ourselves maybe thought initially it was a fluke because we also slid down very badly in one day. We lost to West Indies, we lost to England, then we went for the World Championship cricket. Now, the only thing is a little bit of shift in captaincy. Kapil Dev was the captain of 83 World Cup, 85 World Championship cricket. Gavaskar was the captain.
Yes.
Again, I think the team that they put together, I think we'll have to congratulate the selectors and Gavaskar for putting a good team together. Literally, the model was the same model. More all-rounders. And Srikanth, you go after the bowling, thrash the bowling. So there was a plan, very fixed plan. Srikanth
and top-class fielding from Srikanth, sir.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay. Srikanth's role was very clearly defined. You go and blast. Ravi Shastri, hang on. Gavaskar, hang on. Azhar, hang on. Kapil Dev, blast. Venkateswarlu, move on. So we had a team and we had so many all-rounders options. The same all-rounders. The Kapil Dev, the Madan Lal, the Roger Binney, you will see Mohinder Ramanat, the same concept. Only thing is we had a good leg spinner, L. Sivaramakrishnan and Ravi Shastri. Australian wickets are bouncy wickets. Because of the bouncy wickets, it was very good for me because I'm a player who likes the ball to come onto the bat. I like to hit over the top, hitting over the top, hitting over long off, hitting over long on was my natural game. It is not that I practice anything like that. Right from school, it was like this. See, dear viewers, I remember when I first started playing cricket, I should not be saying it in front of Rekha Vadekar, especially Bombay cricket is, very, very typical orthodox cricket. Put your head down and play, technically perfect, ones, twos, like that. Am I right? Am I right, Rekha? So when I went to Bombay, they were all saying, "Hey, कौन है रे? आड़ा टेढ़ा cricketer, इधर उधर मारता है, ऊपर point के ऊपर मारता है, इधर मारता है." Now, what I used to hit over point is now become uppercut.
Uppercut.
Yes.
Yeah.
That time it was uppish shot, now uppercut. Now if I lagao over long off, he say, put your head out and hit on the ground. I said, I don't want all this coaching, beaching and all. That is for Bombay cricketers. Mere ko nahi. Main Chennai cricketer, naya wala cricketer hai. But you see, the world is playing like that today.
True.
Dear viewers, follow your passion. Do things a natural way it comes to you. And of course, improve or not in a technical manner, whatever way you want. But everybody has a natural ability. Whether it is a Brijesh or a Rekha, whether it's a Prasanna, whether it's a Kashmira, whether it is anybody, Saurabh, everybody has a natural instinct. And I'm sure there are a lot of natural instinct among all the, physically challenged cricketers. They have some tremendous natural instincts. Don't forget that.
True.
If you see this physically challenged people, even though they're physically challenged, they are extraordinary in something else.
True, sir. True.
Either mentally they are extraordinary, they are fantastic in computer work, or they're fantastic in something apart from sport. I'm talking about beyond cricket. So everybody has to quickly understand what their natural talent is, their natural ability is, and their natural strength is.
True, sir. True.
And focus on the strength. Don't worry what people say. कुछ भी बोलता है ये लोग कुछ भी बोलता है, dear viewers. ये क्या ऐसा नहीं, ऐसा नहीं, ये ठीक नहीं, वो ठीक नहीं, कुछ भी मत सुनो. आपका दिल से क्या बोल रहे कर लो. आप अच्छा कर रहे सोच रहे था कर लो. भगवान है आपके लिए.
True, true. So nice. It's really inspiring, Chika sir, to listen to, and I'm sure the physically challenged cricketers are also enjoying. Chika sir, you're speaking about your batting, the natural style. You scored runs, more than 6,000 runs. Cricketer, more than 6,000 international runs. But Chika sir, one thing we wanted to discuss with you today was your bowling. 2 5-wicket hauls in 1988 in one-day cricket versus West Indies with your bowling. Chika sir, we want to know about your bowling. 5 for 26 and then 5 for 32 at Indore. 2 5-wicket hauls and in one match at Visakhapatnam.
Prasanna, you should have asked this question to the selectors those days, not now. You should have asked the question to all the captains. Why did they not use me? Why did they underuse me? I don't know.
But that was a dream match, Chika sir, at
See,
Visakhapatnam. 70 runs and 5 for 26.
Yeah, see, it's basically simple philosophy. One-day cricket, T20 cricket today, that time we did every day. Dear viewers, all you have to do is bowl stump to stump, leave the mistake to the batsman. If the batsman hits you for a sixer, you say good shot. If he misses, he should be either LBW or bowled or caught.
You miss, I hit.
So yes, that is the only thing in one-day cricket. No, bowl stump to stump, leave the mistake. But then you say Bhagwan ka bharose, khatam. See, basically, that is a simple philosophy. It's actually a very logical solution. You bowl outside the off stump, he will hit you anywhere. You bowl outside the leg stump, he will hit you anywhere. When he misses, either he should be LBW or bowled. That is my advice. That's all about one-day cricket, nothing else. It is actually, that is where my engineering brains come into picture, nothing else.
Oh, yes, sir. Talking about the engineering brain, the sharp brain from the Chennai College of an Electrical Engineer, then went on to become the captain of India. That journey and that memory, Chika sir, we'd like to know from you, 1989, where you became the captain of India, leading an Indian team.
See, that time, what happened is, I don't know whether I was fortunately or unfortunately the captain that time. Unfortunately, because that is the time when the Indians and the Indian cricketers and the Indian cricket board were all in a little bit of a tussle. And I got caught stuck in that in between. I had to support the players. I could not go against the board. I had to go against the board, supporting the players. And we went to tour of Pakistan, where my debut as captain was in Pakistan. And today's Prime Minister Imran Khan was that time the captain. They were desperate to beat us. But that's when we found a legend the king of cricket was born,
Mm,
Sachin Tendulkar.
true.
See, that's what happens. When you go on such unimaginable tours, the king is born. The king of cricket, Sachin Tendulkar, was there, debut. Sanjay Manjrekar played an extraordinary series. The Indians fought very well. And we drew the series. Even today, Imran Khan will not accept it. How we drew the series. With an
True.
Altu Faltu Indian side, we drew the best side of Pakistan. They were desperate to beat us. But that is where when stars like Sanjay Manjrekar, when Sachin Tendulkar was born, and that's where it happened. So everything has a plus and a minus. Okay, Srikanth's cricketing career was, I lost my captaincy after the series because of this, what I call my big mouth and my television interviews after that and going against the board or whatever it is. But still, that is history. But the point is, when you go to Pakistan and draw a series against Pakistan, against a full-fledged Pakistan, they were desperate to beat you in some way. And when you have a team, inexperienced team in India, with so many people making their debuts in that series, and still fighting hard, and what do you call that time? Drawing a series in Pakistan was like winning a series in Pakistan.
True, sir. And with that kind of bowling attack.
And with that kind of Indian team, about 4 debutants or 5 debutants.
Oh, yes. And then the India captaincy happened. Chika, sir, before we go to asking you life after cricket and the roles that you have played, the kind of questions that come to us when they know that Krish Srikanth is going to be our guest today. One thing that we would like to know: how was it opening the batting with a person who was the first man on the planet to score 10,000 runs? How was it? If you could share that experience of opening in Test matches and one-day cricket with Mr. Sunil Gavaskar.
See, I would say I'm a very lucky person to have opened. I think it was God's grace that God made me open with Sunil Gavaskar. It's God's grace that God made me play along with Kapil Dev and captain over Kapil Dev. And it's a God's grace that I played with greats like Gundappa Vishwanath, Mohindra Manath, and interacted with greats like Ajit Wadekar, Sadesais of the world. I'm not played with them, interacted with them. And it was a greatness, God's grace that I played along with Sachin Tendulkar or an Azharuddin or what I think. I think I consider myself lucky, nothing else. Because when I consider these people are all greats, I don't belong to the great category. I mean, these are all superstars. Sachin Tendulkar or Kapil Dev, Gavaskar, Azharuddin. Then you're talking about all these people. They are all Gundappa Vishwanath, Mohindra Manath. So they are all stars. I'm just a small fry in front of them. But in everything that masala, I am only the small masala in that. That's it. They are the bigger thing. I am a small stuff there. Even if you call me to call some whatever you want me to. But I am happy. God has been very, very kind, I would say. And opening with Sunil Gavaskar is a great experience with such a person with perfection in technique, and opposite here Srikanth, no technique.
Oh yes, Chika sir. After cricket, a lot of things happened for you professionally. Coaching came in, became the chairman of selectors. Your experiences of being that chairman of selectors, where as a player you had won the 1983 World Cup, and as the chairman of selectors, the victory in the 2011 World Cup as well. Very, very special for you. If you could share that, how the team selection happened and as the chairman of selectors, because as a chairman, you have to take some tough calls as well. So how was that process of selecting the 2011 team? And I remember before the team left, Chika sir, you had said that it's a balanced team and the chances are high that it could win. So you had that in mind when you selected the team.
See, honestly speaking, when I took over in 2008, my dream was to win the World Cup 2011. And one good thing is what happened was, so I tried to follow the model of the 1983 World Cup team. Okay. I mean, I would say that selection committee was also a fantastic selection committee, which had Bishing Singh Bedi, Hanuman Singh, Kripal Singh, and a couple of other people, and they were very good in that. So I would say that I tried to follow that model. I said, I want more all-rounders. We are playing in India, and we knew that there was a home advantage, but at the same time, a disadvantage. Because don't forget, when you're playing in front of a home crowd, it's also a disadvantage because expectations are very, very high. So, but somehow, yes, there were trial and error policy. We purposely took some tough calls. We purposely dropped some players who became superstars in the 2011 World Cup to make sure that they also realize the importance of what it is to win. So, and it was obviously, I think it was a team effort. I think I had a very good selection committee. People along with me were Yashpal Sharma from North Zone. Then we had Raja Venkat from East Zone. Then we had Narendra Hirvani. Then, of course, Bawe from West Zone. So the guys were all very understanding. So we kept a plan and we worked towards a plan. And of course, we took some tough calls and some calls went on very well. So end of the day, what we want was India to win. And as you said, it's a very special moment as far as Srikanth is concerned. Because personally for me, as you said, India has won the World Cup twice. One in 1983, that time I was a player. And the second in 2011, at least I was the chairman of selection committee. So I've been a part of both World Cups in some form or the other. And I think, again, it's all God's grace. I always attribute everything to God's grace because, it all happened. Let me put it that. But the journey was not easy. Let me put it that way. As a chairman of selection committee is the worst job to be in. I kept on telling myself, I'll never become a chairman of selection, become a selector. I became a selector. I don't know why I became chairman. Because it's a thankless job. If I select Rekha and drop Prasanna, then media will come and ask me, why did you pick Rekha? Just because she's Vadekar's wife, you picked him. Huh? Why did you not pick up Prasanna's son? If I pick Prasanna's son, he'll say, why did you pick Prasanna's son? You should have taken Rekha. She is Vadekar's wife. So, you will have to be, you will have only one option. You will have 5 options for picking one cricketer. If I pick one cricketer, the other 4 cricketers are unhappy. There are so many cricketers even today are very unhappy with me. There are so many cricketers who are very happy with me. So I made more enemies than friends because of the chairman of selection committee, nothing else.
Oh, yes, the chairman of selectors, of course, as you said, Chika sir, thankless job. But one thing, we wanted to ask you always, Chika sir, that moment when Mohinder Amarnath scalped that LBW where India won the World Cup and MS Dhoni 6. If you could just describe those 2 moments, because you were the one who were closely involved with both those moments. One as a cricketer on the field at Lords, and then as a chairman of selectors at Wankhede Stadium.
See, at Lords, we were worried because the total were very small. You have to understand. So every run was counted. It's only 43 runs margin. And I remember in the opening match in Old Trafford, Manchester, the last wicket put on about 36 runs. We got scared. And we won again by a thin margin. So we didn't want to take a chance. So that moment that LBW, I think it was Michael Holding, got LBW, and man, all of us didn't know what was happening. We just ran back. All right. Here in 2011, I think it was again a fantastic team effort. We see the 2011 World Cup win. Everybody contributed. Gautam Gambhir contributed very well. Virendra Sehwag, Tendulkar, the top. I'm talking from the top. Virat Kohli was very good. He played his middle order role very well. Then you had, of course, Harbhajan bowling very well. Yuvraj was the king. He was the man of the tournament, all-rounder. Zahid Khan was brilliant. One of the main guys who should be really what I call credited for 2011 should be Zahid Khan. And so if you see the team, everybody contributed to the success. Then, of course, we had Captain Cool Dhoni. And even in the finals, it was a big chase. Don't forget that we lost 2 early wickets. We lost both Sehwag and Tendulkar with 10 for 2, I think India was, if I'm right. The way Gautam Gambhir and Virat Kohli steered the ship, one big partnership. And then, of course, Dhoni came in and blasted away. And that is Dhoni for you. Don't know when to expect Dhoni to do what. And when he hit the 6, by the time they were gone. When Dhoni was just flying high. And we still had Yuvraj inside. Don't forget that.
True.
We still had Yuvraj.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So wonderful to listen to those memories of the 1983 World Cup win and the 2011 World Cup win as well. Chika sir, then as we were saying in our discussion, the T20 cricket you loved. How was it being a part of the Chennai Super Kings team and the SRH team as well? A part of the team, being a part of those wins, watching youngsters play so well, those big shots, big sixes, great fielding. How does it feel to be a part of that setup in the dugout? And with 2 good teams.
Actually, it's a very interesting, because you're also planning, you're also trying to see what kind of combination works, you're also trying to work out strategies, and you're only trying to motivate people. and that's a good thing. That's one thing very good. And being a part of CSK is very, very dear to me because I'm from Chennai. And incidentally, I was started with the brand ambassador of CSK. So the first person they are nominated was Srikanth. And it's a great feeling to have been a part of CSK, Chennai Super Kings. And even today, it's a very proud feeling that, you know, when you're from Chennai, you're a part of the Chennai Super Kings, which has won so many cups so many times. And I think that is a fantastic feeling. In all fairness, you'll have to give it to it. And, you know, T20 today cricket has evolved so much. First it was, I mean, you have to understand, dear viewers, cricket was play to end. They played for 9 days. Then it became 5-day test matches. Then it was 3-day Ranji Trophy matches, 4-day Duleep Trophy matches. Then you come down to 1 day. They said, hey, 1 day pajama cricket, you know, typical pajama cricket. Then they said day-night cricket. Then they said T20 cricket. First, we thought T20 cricket will not be a success. When again, you see what the turning point is, the 2007 World Cup T20 win. When you win a 2007 World Cup T20 win, it inspired a lot of cricketers. Then IPL was born. Then now you know IPL is the biggest sporting event in history. I mean, it's the greatest sporting event in cricket. I will put it that way. So now everybody is waiting for it. So, and then you see superstars coming from IPL. And there are so many cricketers who've done the reverse. From IPL, they work backwards and become fantastic all cricketing stars. That is something amazing. They start their career with IPL. For example, a guy like Bumrah started with IPL and now he is the best bowler in the world.
True.
What an amazing cricketer, yeah, this Bumrah is. From where to where? That is something superb, right? So that is where the IPL gives an opportunity to cricketers to open up and then open up your showcase your talent. Then you perform. Then you from IPL level you become a superstar in the worldwide, which is something amazing.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Chika, so we know you have a commitment and, we don't want to take much of your time, but just one question before we let you go. Chika, sir, people love your commentary, the Tamil commentary. As a commentator, you're so popular. Tell us about that experience that you have where you work with youngsters, you work with people all around you, and you're always a popular man, people all around you. You just love talking, expressing about the game and sharing that in your inimitable style.
See, Prashant, Prasanna, or Brijesh and their viewers, I do commentary just like I'm doing now. That's all. I don't think that I don't look at the television. I don't think I'm in front of a mic or something like that. I talk as a guy. I'm a person who cannot die. I mean, if I see Rekha smiling there with a blue dress, me say, hey, Rekha, your dress is nice. Good, carry on. And then I say, Brijesh, the blue t-shirt, nice. I can see a smile. At least, no, Brijesh, smiling here. Hey, if I say it's right, wrong means wrong. I go ahead with that. I have my point of view. I look, when I'm doing commentary, I always first look, if I was the captain, what will be my tactics? I look at it that way. Having been a captain, that gives me that edge over others. If I was the captain, is that move right, wrong, right? My comment might not be the best comment, but I am the person who talks very openly and frankly. My frankness is my greatest strength. My frankness is my greatest weakness. Because I openly criticize or praise people. People like it. People don't like it. But then when you're frank and honest, when the people, don't forget, the viewers there know whether I'm speaking from my heart or I'm acting. There are two ways of speaking. I can put up a thing, hello, yes, Prasanna, what you're saying is right. Yeah, very nice, Rekha. Oh, well, lovely to see you, Rekha. How is, nice. It must have been a great experience, Rekha. It's taking one way of putting things together. The other way is, boss, we are all Indians. We are all warm people. We want energy. We don't want aldu giving and lying and other commentary that Brijesh himself can do. Why you can do commentary? Why do you need Srikanth for that? Why do people watch commentary? Otherwise, they are watching the match anyway. What are you saying? Oh, very good ball moving away. That they can see. You don't have to comment on ball moving away, no?
True, sir. Absolutely.
What is you stating the obvious that is coming on the screen?
Oh, yes, absolutely. So wonderful to listen to your thoughts. And as you said, always coming from the heart. But Chika, sir, one advice that you would like to give to all our Divyang cricketers who are tuning in, who are listening to you. They've heard your inspirational talk for the last 45 minutes. But one message from a former India captain, from a former world champion, to our world champion team, if you could give one inspiring message to all, so that they are also there fighting it hard to defend their title next year.
Only what do you call inspirational sentence I would like to give for the physically challenged people is this: guys, you guys are bigger than us. You guys are the greatest, because with all the challenges that you're facing, you are still world champions and you're still inspired to play cricket, sport, and do so many things. You should be an inspiration for us. Go ahead doing things without anybody called fear. Go do things fearlessly. Play your game naturally, fearlessly, and with mode of for enjoyment rather than anything. When you enjoy and do anything, you start winning. That is life for you.
Oh, yes. Enjoy your game, and that is where the way will be ahead for you. Chika sir, as always, a pleasure talking to you. Pleasure listening to you. Thank you so much. In spite of a busy schedule and commitments, thank you so much for giving your time, Chika sir. It is always a pleasure, and even today we enjoyed listening to you, and always with a smile on your face, and that World Cup behind is the best frame that we've got for Dressing Room Ki Baatein. Thank you so much, Chika sir. But before we wind up, I would invite Saurabh Ravalia, the General Secretary of the All India Cricket Association for the Physically Challenged, to express his vote of thanks and conclude our show. Over to you, Saurabh.
It's really a brilliant experience with Srikanth sir. It was my dream to meet Srikanth sir, but not just because of his very wonderful and big cricketer, but I always feel he is a gentleman with a very great heart. The way he talks indicates his purity in his heart. That's a great experience with Srikanth sir. And I would like to share one experience with Srikanth sir also about the PD cricketers. Sir, I am very happy to tell you, one guy from Tamil Nadu, who is Mr. Sugnesh, who hit the longest six in our World Series, which is a record in ECB's cricket. That is the longest six in year 2019, hit by a PD cricketer in England's ECB's record. It is in the ECB's record.
Very good.
So that was an achievement, and he's from your Tamil Nadu only. So it's a great pleasure. And as you mentioned, you already involved in arranging matches for physically challenged players. Definitely in future, we jointly arrange one big tournament in Chennai also under your support and your guidance.
Surely we do. Surely.
Yeah. On behalf of All India Cricket Association, I would like to thank you for joining our session and share your valuable experiences with our PD cricketers. We will like to have your support in our future journey also. Thank you very much again for joining our show and give us your valuable time. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Saurabh, for inviting. Thank you, friends. Dear friends, all the best and thanks a lot. And let's see. I hope, as Saurabh said very rightly, I hope I get an opportunity to work along with the physically challenged people. Maybe, who knows, we can conduct a tournament together and do something for the physically
challenged. It will be an honor for us.
Oh, yes, definitely. Hope for the best, Chika sir. Once things are normal, hope to see you soon. Hope to see you on the cricket field. It was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much to all our listeners as well for Dressing Room Ki Baatein, tuning in to us. Today we started early, and that's why we finish early as well. We meet next weekend for another inspiring story. But once again, a big thank you to Chika sir. A big thank you to Mr. Krishnamachari Srikanth for sharing his thoughts.